Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Heroes of the Storm Hypecast. I'm your host, Rakatan, and we've got 3 games for you today that we are going to be casting over for your viewing entertainment. Now, like I said, it's going to be 3 games. These are 3 games in a series. It is going to be 3 games between the 2 of the same teams. We're going to start off with a game on Sky Temple. Sorry, not Sky Temple. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Followed up by Sky Temple. And then the 3rd game on Cursed Hollow. And without further ado, let's jump right in to the first game. Alright, first game again, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Here on the left side, representing the blue team, we have ETC, Thrall, Sylvanas, Jaina, and Uther, played by Caleb Reese, Zulf, Hedgie, Showtime, and Jirani, respectively. Then representing the red side, we have Lieutenant Morales, Raynor, Leoric, Muradin, and Zagara, represented by Elhaim, Kawaii Rice, Hyanra, Charismatic, and Amnesty, respectively, on that side. Should be an excellent game here between these 2 teams. Let's jump right in. So here we see the teams assembling on either side. Caleb Reese on that ETC, Zulf on the Thrall, Showtime on Jaina, Jirani on that Uther, and Hedgie on the Sylvanas. Over here we've got Amnesty on Zagara, Charismatic on Muradin, Elhaim on Medic, Kawaii Rice on Raynor, and Hyanra on the Skeleton King. I believe he's on the Skeleton King. Alright. As we start off the game, we see that both teams are heading into middle. Blue side opting for a sneaky route up at the top there. While red walks directly into mid lane, obviously being seen there. Caleb Reese getting in there with the ETC. Muradin getting stunned. Lots of damage coming out there, actually, from Muradin. Wow, I was surprised at how much damage he was doing. Charismatic getting in there. Hyanra on the Skeleton King, walking up to Showtime with that Drain Hope. A little bit of an exchange there at the beginning, but not very much damage put down on either side. No real clear victor from that. We see both teams now. Oh, wait. Raynor gets stunned. Stunned by the ETC, rooted. And finished off by Showtime. Very, very good use there of this. When we see, again, the blue side taking a lot of damage onto Hyanra. Is he going to make it out? He is going to make it out with that skeletal walk. But we see, looks like what the blue team is trying to do in these first few minutes of the game is get as many ganks off as they can. Zagara, Amnesty getting caught here a little bit. Is she going to be able to get out? No stuns coming out just yet. Caleb Reese a little bit behind. Charismatic coming in from the top to make sure that they can't get anything from there. Jirani taking a little bit of a pounding there and going to pick up heals from that fountain. Looks like the blue team going again once again into middle lane. Can they pick up anything here? No stuns coming out just yet. Charismatic and Hyanra both have high health pools, so it's going to be very hard for them to get bursted down. Lieutenant Morales, on the other hand, Elhaim, going to be very low health pool. Amnesty here, maybe about to get caught out, taking a very nice path down there through this little area. Not going to get down, but a response from the red team. Charismatic, Hyanra, and Elhaim coming down here to put the beat down. Caleb Reese in with a power slide, and Lieutenant Morales just gets completely destroyed there. What a nice play there by Caleb Reese, waiting for the opportune moment to take out the Lieutenant Morales. Zulf now taking a lot of damage. Are they going to finish him off? Yes, in fact, Thrall does get taken down. Charismatic able to jump out of there, not taking any more damage. A 1-for-1 trade here down at the bottom lane. And a lot of damage being done to the rest of the blue team. Managing to kill that Lieutenant Morales, but unfortunately Thrall, I believe that is Zulf, unable to get out. Up here in the top lane, Hedgie against Kawaii Rice. Facing off, making sure that they get all of that EXP from the top lane. Both teams doing a very good job of making sure that they are keeping up in terms of the EXP. We see both teams about even, level 4.5 or so. And really no one in the lead in particular. No one has taken anything there. Oh, wow, what a stun. Hyonra just going to take a ton of damage there, but the medic heals coming out in time to save him. Not enough damage. Skeletal Walk able to get him out. Hedgie and Kawaii Rice come down, both looking to engage in this fight. Caleb Reese going for the Lieutenant Morales. Elhaim gets trapped in that back, gets taken down by the damage from Hedgie and Showtime. Very nice there. Charismatic also taking a lot of damage there from Showtime and Zolf. Hyonra in the back, unable to do much. Meanwhile, Amnesty looking to get some EXP lead down here in the bottom lane. Both teams with all their forts still up, all the walls in fact still up, not much pushing going on here by either team. Zagara the closest one to anything and very far off, if I may say. Zolf down here getting ganked by Charismatic. Can he land the Stormbolt? Waits till just there. Zolf with the dodge! Dodges that Stormbolt and probably dodges getting himself killed there. Caleb Reese, Durrani, and Showtime now coming in to contest this turn-in. Zolf still healing back up from that fountain. Are they going to be able to contest? It's a 4v4. Kawaii Rice and Hedgie both coming down, but there's lots of damage coming in onto Durrani. Can they stop him? Charismatic jumping in. Can he get the final damage onto him? It doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh. And the skeleton walk in. Can he get it? Misses that, but unfortunately for Zolf, getting caught there in the back. Blue team in a full retreat. Very nice. Hedgie unable to do anything there by coming down. Durrani does make it out, but unfortunately, Thrall is going to fall, and the first wave of Web Reavers is going to descend for the red team. Charismatic looking for the stun there onto Durrani. Going to get it, but not enough damage going to come down. Showtime with the damage for the disengage there. Pings coming out from the red side. Looks like they want to push one lane. This is exactly what you want to do when you've got those Web Weavers. Very powerful creatures to push the wave with. Blue team looking like they want to group up and take down this Web Weaver, but not before Kawaii Rice comes down and looks for a gank onto this blue team. Hedgie now with the rest of the team, Durrani, Showtime, and Caleb Reese looking to kill this Web Weaver before it does too much damage. They might be able to get a fight onto the red team here. No, looks like they're just going to go for the Web Weaver. On the other hand, Zagara doing a very good job pushing down here in the bottom lane. Amnesty, that Web Weaver still on half HP, doing a lot of damage, taking down the well, doing a lot of damage to Zolf, and going to be able to take this fort down to at least a very small portion of its HP. Meanwhile, blue team busy clearing the Web Weaver top. A little bit of a skirmish there with red team. Caleb Reese taking a little bit of damage from Kawaii Rice. And it looks like bottom lane Zolf manages to stave off Amnesty, but is it going to be enough? That looks like the first fort is going to be going down. Meanwhile, up in top lane, we see Hyonra getting caught out there. Medic healing coming out. Skeleton walk out. Not enough damage coming down onto the Skeleton King. Showtime getting a nice heal there from Durrani. And no one dies again. But we see that fort down in bot lane. The fort and wall combo has put red team up a full level 9 to level 8. Which won't really matter until the level 10, but here you go. Charismatic going for the stun. Caleb Reese unable to get his turn in on those coins. Kawaii Rice now in a good position. Charismatic able to get out with that jump. And now, red team successfully 5-man contesting this turn-in by blue team. Hyonra looking for the engage here. Charismatic gets the stun on Caleb Reese. Caleb Reese manages to make it out. Kawaii Rice unable to do that much damage to him. And we saw the concussion grenade come out from the medic there. An attempt to keep him in, but manages to take him out. Alright, 5-man once again turning here for blue team. Can they get it in? Caleb Reese taking a lot of damage. Power slides out, but not before Charismatic goes in once again. Stormbolt coming out. Not enough damage coming down, though, from the rest of his team. Unable to get anything. Showtime there getting caught in the back. Gonna get killed by Hyonra and Kawaii Rice. Zolf now caught in the back a little bit. Durrani and Hedgie are both up there to help. Zolf taking a lot of damage, but a clutch heal from Durrani does save him, managing to only take down one of the blue team. Showtime being the only one to fall there. Zolf unfortunately having to go back on very low HP. And now this red team is pushing the second fort with level 10 talents, and the blue team is nowhere close to those ultimate abilities. Heroic abilities, ultimate abilities. Looks like blue team now going to be spreading out, making sure that they can get as much EXP as possible. They do need to get to level 10 as fast as possible in order to be able to contest the red team. Now with those ultimate abilities, Stim Drone, Hyperion, Entomb, Devouring Maw, and Avatar, all very standard picks for their heroes. Now going to be in play on the battlefield and are going to be very powerful in these team fights. Let's see if Red Team with their 5-man push can take the second fort of the game. Showtime now not with them. Only 3 people here for Blue Team. ETC, Caleb Reese up at the top there looking to get more EXP. Showtime down at the bottom looking for the EXP. They are going to manage to take this fort. They don't. Blue Team really does not have the ability to contest them at this point just because of those ultimates. Caleb Reese clearing the wave, backing out so he doesn't get ganked. Showtime there, down at the bottom, clearing that last wave, getting that level 10. Looks like now would be the time to take a fight for Blue Team once they gather up all 5. Hyanra taking a lot of damage there from the rest of Blue Team, but managing to get out with the Skeletal Walk. Zolf there in a little bit of a bad position. Looks like they want me wanting to take a fight now. Can they get one off? Big damage onto Zolf, Kawaii Rice, but the invuln coming out from Jirani. Zolf puts down that Sundering, but he is going to get finished off by Charismatic. Jirani taking a lot of damage here, but Zagara also taking a lot of damage. Ring of Frost there goes down by Showtime, only gets the medic. No follow-up damage onto that. Jirani now running away from Hyanra. Can he get him? No, it does not look like he can, and unfortunately, ETC, Caleb Reese also going down in that fight. A 2 for not trade there for Red Team, putting them up 12 to 10 in terms of EXP, and it looks like they're going to take this third fort of the game. Now, the map pressure is very much in the favor of this Red Team. Hyanra looking for a gank down in bottom, it looks like. But unfortunately, his team might get collapsed upon. Shoti and Jirani now see Hyanra in the back here. He is going to be zoning for the rest of his team, while the Red Team manages to get their second Web Weavers down, and this is going to put a tremendous amount of pressure on the Blue Team to catch up and win a team fight in order to really be able to get back in this game. We see Zolf, Hedgie, Caleb Reese, Showtime going there to the bottom lane, clearing those waves. They want to make sure that these Web Weavers have to go as far as possible before they get to the keep walls here around Blue Team's base. We're going for the engage on Showtime, not managing to get it, but scaring them off a little bit. Ults are about to be up for both teams now. Caleb Reese looking to take a little bit of damage there. Charismatic jumping in, going after Zolf, gets the stun. Can they follow up any damage? Amnesty here looking for a big maw. Here comes the Rainer ult. No, but Showtime is entombed. He is going to get taken out immediately by Hanra, and Amnesty getting taken out there in the back, but Charismatic taking a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Amnesty not really getting much onto that maw. Hedgie does go down with their main damage dealer now that Showtime is dead, but a lot of heals coming out from Jirani. Zolf managing to stay in the front lines. Caleb Reese also. And Kawaii Rice actually going down there. I did not see the damage onto Kawaii Rice, but it looks like Zolf and Hedgie were managed to kill that Kawaii Rice, the Rainer, at the beginning of that fight, owing to the very little amount of damage that could be done to the Blue Team and why they survived so long on such low HP. But the Web Weavers are now pushing in. Hedgie up top, Uther, Jirani in the mid lane, and the rest of the team bottom, clearing up those Web Weavers. Blue Team managing to take it back there a little bit. 1 for 2 trade. That is a good trade for them, though they are down now a talent level. Level 13 talents coming out for the Red Team, and Blue Team looking to get those level 13 talents so they can be on an even fight again. Blue Team has yet to turn in their coins, though, or gems rather, though it won't help them that much with the amount of pressure that is on the map right now. They really need to win a fight in order to get back map pressure. They need to win a fight. They need to take some merc camps and then turn in those gems in order to get back some map pressure. But the winning the fight part is going to be the part that is really hard now for the Blue Team. So far, they haven't seemed to be very coordinated in those yanks. But here we go. Jirani looking to get caught by the Entomb, but he does manage to make it out. He's taking a lot of damage from Charismatic and Hyanra, but a big Ring of Frost there in the background takes out Medic and Zagara in one fell swoop. Charismatic now, or sorry, no, that's Hyanra taking a lot of damage. Hedgie and Showtime managing to finish off Kawaii Rice. Lots of damage there. Coming out, Charismatic battling against Zolf. Hyanra in the back looking for some damage. Showtime and Caleb Reese facing off there against Hyanra, and Charismatic jumping out, but leaving his Skeleton King teammate to his own devices. And what a good fight there. What started off with a failed Entomb onto Jirani, manages to get a great Ring of Frost there from Showtime and some excellent damage, follow-up damage, rather, in order for them to take a 4-for-1 trade. Not only do they take the 4-for-1 trade, but they're also going to manage to get those Web Weavers spawning in. We see Zulf in the top lane, clearing it out just a little bit for those Web Weavers, and looking like they want to push now. They are down a level, but they're not down a talent level just yet. Red team now losing their lead just a little bit. Charismatic out there in front, taking a lot of the brunt of the assault of those minions and the Web Weavers. Web Weavers in both top and bottom lanes pushing. Let's see what they can get. All 5 of every member of every team is in this mid lane, fighting over this mid fort. Blue team looks to get the entire wall here, and really catching up in terms of EXP. What can they do for a fight? They do have all the ultimates up, all of the ultimates up on either time. There's the Thrall Sunder. Big Ring of Frost coming out. Huge damage onto Kawaii Rice. Immediately he goes down. The Zagara gets trapped in the ETC stun, but Elhain managing to heal him through that. No follow-up damage onto that. We saw lots of damage coming out there from Charismatic, and wow, what seemed like a really good engage turns on his head as they aren't managing to kill Amnesty. Blue managing to take out the Rainer, but no one else. A very good ETC mosh pit there, but no follow-up damage from the rest of his team. Skeleton King getting a little bit caught out there without his teammate, immediately gets picked off, and we see the blue team form up and take this top fort as they are 5. Now a 4v5 fight here in the top lane for red team. Let's see what they can do to defend against it. This might be the first keep of the game. The Web Weavers do fall. They managed to take the top and bottom forts, evening up the scores just a little bit. Now they are 1 level ahead, though not a talent level ahead. Blue team managing to pull it around with that nice team fight and that nice push. So they got exactly what they needed. They got a good team fight where they killed most of the any team. They managed to get those Web Weaver gems in. They pushed with the Web Weavers, got that map control, map pressure, and managed to take another good fight. Here we go. Elhain getting a little bit caught out there by Caleb Reese, but no follow-up damage from the blue team. Now Caleb Reese is the one who's got caught out. 5-man versus 4. He's going to get entombed and go down. Incoming Rainer ultimate here, looking for the disengage. Showtime going for the Ring of Frost, but he's going to be able to get it. Nice Thrall stun there. Uther getting the nice D-shield onto Showtime before he does die. Hedgie and Zulf managing to finish off the 2 carries of that team. So Lieutenant Morales does go down. Kawaii Rice does go down. Zagara also goes down. And there you go. Skeleton King also going down there for another 4-man wipe. But unfortunately for Showtime, he does get picked up there at the end. So a 4-for-2 trade in favor of the blue team, which is good for them now because they have those Web Weavers pushing. They are going to be able to push in this keep, potentially this middle fort. They already got that one, actually, and potentially one of these middle or bottom keeps with the amount of pressure that they have now. Red team just about to respawn. Only 3 people up for the blue team at the moment, though ETC Caleb Reese is going to be up. Looks like the red team pinging for those mercenary camps. They do have to deal with these Web Weavers first. So, looks like potentially had Showtime lived, they might have been able to push in and get a little bit more damage onto another keep. But as it stands, just the top keep going down. But that is a tremendous amount of map pressure on the board for blue team now. This top lane going to be pushing with those catapults. There we see blue team going for those bruiser camps, potentially going for the siege camps down here just to put more pressure on the map. The other bruiser camp gets taken by red team, and here we're going to have a fight. Charismatic taking a lot of damage, and boom, my gosh, Leoric just takes a tremendous ton of damage there. Zulf and Jirani getting mobbed there, but to very little effect. Kawaii Rice gets nicely sundered there by Zulf, gets completely caught out from the rest of his team. Elhain unable to do anything. Charismatic running the interference there for his team. Elhain able to walk out there, but a very devastating team fight there for red team. Skeleton King unfortunately getting taken out almost immediately. The Maw from Zagara not really saving anything from the team, and then a great sundering coming out from Zulf on Thrall, picking out Kawaii Rice and letting his team just do work. And here we go, 3rd Web Weavers for the blue team, 5th Web Weavers I believe of the game. This is going to put a ton of map pressure on the board for blue team. We see that we even still have some of the bruiser camp pushing there in mid lane top. Looks like blue team is going to go for the top lane. Perhaps they want to push in and deal damage to the core while the red team has to deal with these web weavers who will push into their base. Caleb Reese looking for a fight here. He does have Mosh Pit up. 25 seconds on that black arrow. Ring of Frost almost up. Thrall's Sunder almost up as well. Ma and Avatar are still down for the red team. They are not in a good position to fight this blue team with all their ults up, especially with those big ones like Mosh Pit and Divine Shield. Surprisingly, we haven't actually seen Divine Shield Mosh Pit very much this game. I believe we saw it one time, and it wasn't insanely effective, as I recall. But blue team looking for a fight, red team looking to hold off the fight until they get their ults up. But unfortunately, Caleb Reese whiffing the power slide there a little bit. Raynor using his Hyperion. Caleb Reese taking a lot of damage there. Can he manage to stay healthy for this fight? Lots of Mutalisk damage coming out there from Amnesty. As the web weavers push in, it looks like blue team just wants to take a red team's attention away from these web weavers so they can get damage onto these keeps and eventually take them out. Alright, they're still running some interference. Caleb Reese looking for an engage. Now all the ults back up except for the Raynor's Hyperion. That is a lot of damage that can be done in a team fight, but blue opting to back off. Now it looks like they're going for that boss. And such an obvious move will, of course, draw the attention of the red team. If the blue team manages to throw this here, they could be in a lot of trouble. We will see what they do. If Amnesty can get off a good maw, if this will spell doom for the red team. Hyanra going in there, taking a lot of damage. Caleb Reese looking for the engage. Looks like they managed to go off the boss. And what a maw right there, getting 3 people. Only 2 people, but Caleb Reese going down as well. Jirani immediately goes down as well, but not before he gets off the D-Shield, and a very nice Sunder to finish off the Lieutenant Morales, but unfortunately so much death on either side. Zulf managing to stay alive. Hedgie, Jirani still alive. Oh, I'm sorry, Jirani didn't die? Oh, he came back. Zulf unfortunately goes down there, but the rest of red team, all the damage is gone. Hyanra gonna fall there now. Hedgie and Jirani facing off against Charismatic. Lots of damage coming down to him, but Jirani, redemption talent coming in really handy there. Manages to get the Divine Shield off onto Zulf where he does a lot of damage, managing to take out the rest of the damage dealers. Hedgie, the only damage dealer really on blue team to survive, and what a carnage. What a great ult there from Amnesty, that Zagara mob managing to trap Jirani and I believe Zulf. But Zulf coming out and getting a fantastic Sunder so his team can finish off the damage. Showtime going down there. Caleb Reese going down at the beginning of that fight. Charismatic now healed up, going after Jirani. He is taking a lot of damage. Hyanra is about to get up as well. Jirani maybe looks like he's not going to be able to get out of this, and while his redemption is on cooldown, blue team is going to be down a person, and red team has managed to catch up in terms of EXP and get those level 20 talents that blue team had on them in the last team fight. Both teams now going for those bruiser camps, getting that pressure on the board. But unfortunately for red team now, 2 keeps down. That is a lot of pressure that is going to be coming down onto them with these catapults in each of the lanes. We see there in bottom lane and top lane. So red now on the offensive, but at this point in the game, teams are powerful enough to kind of just march through a base and take the core. So it really comes down to whoever can team fight this. Showtime and Caleb Reese getting a little bit caught out. Showtime stunned by Charismatic. Can he get it? Nice blink all there. Over there by Showtime, managing to escape from the rest of the team. There looks like they are going to fall back. Zulf getting caught out there by Charismatic again. Amnesty looking for the engage. Elhain not behind, but unfortunately, Medic uses that stim drone on Kawaii Rice. Avatar also coming out as well as Entomb. Blue team manages to disengage from that fight where 3 ultimates were used, and managed to use none of their ultimates in return. So now they have a window of opportunity to take a fight where they have the advantage in those ultimate abilities. And it looks like they potentially want to take one right here. Lots of damage from Zulf coming out on a Hyanra. Caleb Reese with the stun and immediately blown up there by Showtime and Hedgie. Now 4v5 team fight here with Avatar and Stim Drone down. This could be a really bad fight for red team if they take it here. Charismatic getting caught out a little bit there, but Unstoppable Dwarf Toss managed to pick him up. Red team did manage to get those web weavers. Those are going to be able to push back and give them a little bit of map pressure, but really kind of just force blue team to not fight them until those web weavers are dead, or risk losing a keep to the very strong web weavers that are going to be marching down the lanes at 22 minutes. All right, Hyanra back in the game now, coming up, and a huge ult there from Zagara, once again managing to get 2 people, Zolf and Hedgie that time. Thrall pulling down the Sunder. Caleb Reese taking a lot of damage here. Jirani also pretty low, but no one going down just yet. A lot of ultimates used. Divine Shield and Sunder coming out. Ring of Frost is still up. Black Arrow. Stim Drone is up, and so is Avatar. Charismatic looking for another. Oh my gosh, the Caleb Reese 3-man mosh pit, but he gets stunned out of it immediately. Ring of Frost coming down for the follow-up, but he gets none of the main damage dealers. Caleb Reese taking a ton of damage in the back. Zolf just getting pounded there by Kawaii Rice. Unfortunately for Caleb Reese, he also goes down there. Showtime in the back. Jirani trying to keep up. Showtime trying to do the damage onto Hyanra, but not doing enough damage there to take him down. Meanwhile, Amnesty and Kawaii Rice are having a field day on this keep. Can they do anything about it? All of the damage is down. All of the ults have been cast. And amazingly, Red Team decides to not finish that fight and get the keep out of that. Surprisingly. That was a 5v3 fight that they had there. They obviously didn't have the ultimates, but it looks like they instead want to go for this boss, pulling the blue team's attention away from the bot lane and potentially letting the minions finish the job. But that's going to be really hard as there are catapults in that lane. So Red Team going for this boss, which is going to be very powerful, but unfortunately I don't know if it's going to do much before the rest of Blue Team manages to get back on their feet to counter it. We'll see what they do. We'll see if they decide to push with it here, or if they're going to split push and let the boss do its thing. Blue Team looking like they were going to go for those siege camps just for that extra pressure. That would have been helpful to them, but it looks like they don't have the time with that boss coming up and the Red Team pushing with the boss. It is going to come down here to this team fight. Can Blue Team manage to ward off this boss and the entirety of the Red Team, or is Red Team going to smash and grab like they did last time, get the damage off, manages to stun Caleb Reese out of his ultimate. Sunder there coming out. Big damage. Amnesty gets caught out there. Does manage to get 2 people in there, but unfortunately, Ring of Frost does manage to take down both Lieutenant Morales and Raynor. Kawaii Rice going down there to the huge amount of damage done by Frost, but at the same time, a big Zagara ultimate manages to catch out, I believe it was Thrall and Uther that got caught out there. And unfortunately, it is now a 3v2, but that boss is doing a lot of damage. Now a 2v2 with the boss. It's going to be very hard for Hedgie and Jirani to keep this up. Can they deal enough damage to this boss to keep them off the core? Charismatic and Hyanra both dealing damage to the core. Hedgie doing a lot of damage to this boss, but it isn't going to be enough. The core is at 40%, 30%. Can they stop it? Jirani going to be taken very low. Hyanra going to be taken very low as well. The boss about to go down. Is it going to be enough? 0%? No, it is not! Oh my gosh, what a fight there at the end. All of the main damage dealers on both teams do go down. 22-22 at the very end, but the boss managing to deal out that damage and take the core down to 0%. Muradin and Skeleton King, Leoric, finishing off the game there in style. So wow, what an exciting first game that was. We saw the Red Team take the first blood, taking down 3 forts before there was any kind of reaction on the Blue Team. Blue Team managing to take a good fight, get some more map pressure onto the board with that first turn-in of their coins, get the Web Weavers going. Managing to then get the Web Weavers another 2 consecutive times for a total of 3 in a row, getting the damage there onto the keeps, taking down 2 keeps, putting a lot of pressure onto the Red Team, but unfortunately, Blue Team managing to take not as good of fights as they had been previously. Red Team kind of form up and really take the damage down onto this Blue Team, obviously with stimmed Raynor and those very good Zagara ults coming out from Amnesty that time. Too much to handle for the Blue Team, and Red Team finishes off the game with a boss and a pretty exciting team fight. Well, that's it for that game. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. Once again, my name has been Rakatan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.